The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For the best in vacation plannings, just visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
Because why are you wearing that? I was like, for the physical, because that's not this kind of physical, man. There has nothing to do with anything. All I had to do was a couple balance tests. So now I'm doing Yeah, well, I wasn't supposed to be wearing the robe. It was just there in the room for people that actually need it. So now I'm butt naked in this robe doing the rest of my tests. So he's doing I have to do the DUI test type thing where I have to test your balance. So I'm walking down with my ass clenched because it's out. And he's standing behind me watching me do these balance tests. Then he's go spread eagle and touch the floor. I'm like, this is getting really strange now. And then after he said that, he's like, your physical ended 15 minutes ago.
And what's his profile on Grindr?
He's like, you're not even at a doctor's office right now.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios. It's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. The good, the bad, and the funny.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
Like the guy said, we're the No New Friends podcast. You can connect with us on all of our social media right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out all of our sweet merchandise. Join our clubhouse for exclusive benefits. You can get the episodes early. Our $5 tier and up, they get the episode 3 or 4 days early. It's amazing. They can just listen whenever they want, early. My name's Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, my talented cast of characters. The scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
Keep talking. I'm almost there.
The Jewish American princess, Sarah.
Hello.
Our emotional sport gay, Nick.
It's a me. I'm a gay.
And our producer, Alex.
I'm on this earth for two things: edit podcasts and drink coffee. I'm all out of coffee.
So, Chris, when you jumped on the link today to record, you called me Four Eyes, and
I did.
That's because I revealed last week I wear glasses.
I can say that slur. Since
you can.
Yeah.
Chris, I love these glasses more than I love my kids.
You look good.
I do.
You look good.
I do.
I like it. I almost didn't recognize you. You look. It shaves off a few years.
It does.
Scott. It does. Not many, but a few. Definitely a few.
Not
Chris,
far back.
Not far back. Just
maybe a year
bit.
and a half.
Maybe 3 months. I've never been one to check myself out in the mirror. I'm like Gaston now, just looking in the, doing double takes. And I actually stared at myself in the mirror the last time I took care of myself. It's a weird thing that's going on. I'm hot. I've got those hot girl vibes going on. I'm feeling myself right now.
Body positivity. That's really important, Scott. You know what's great about glasses is I feel like it completes the outfit. You look put together no matter what. And without the glasses, you look terrifying, right?
What, look very creepy. Yeah.
You just in general, he, they, them, whatever. But with the glasses, you could be wearing sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. With the glasses, and you look okay, they're getting ready to read a book,
right?
They're getting ready to leave the house. It's great. You just can't. It does suck to try to watch a movie and fall asleep. You can't fall asleep watching movies anymore. That's just done because you can't comfortably rest your head on a pillow with glasses.
Yeah, I'm not one to fall asleep during movies, but I do understand the point.
You can't start. Yeah, you can't start.
Yeah. People take me more seriously now.
Sure.
I take myself serious now.
Who are these people?
Many people are saying that they take me more seriously. I'm there to. The tests are in, and people take me more serious than anybody in the history of this country. And it's a good feeling. I wait, everyone's like, oh, you're going to hate them and you're going to want to wear contacts. I never want to wear contacts. I always I want to wear these. I look forward to waking up in the morning and the first thing I do is put on the glasses. Mind you, I don't need them for anything but reading, but I'm going to wear them all the time.
And this is your first time ever wearing glasses, right?
First time.
Besides like sunglasses, but.
Correct. And that's the thing. I've lost like 67 pairs of sunglasses just this year alone, Nick. So that's why I got the progressives.
My husband.
Yeah, that's why I got the progressives, because like I didn't want to have to take them on, or put them on, take them off, put them on. And like, how many emails are we getting on our phone and text messages and all that? And I need them to read ish. But
are you one of those people that have to like lift them up then when you're reading a text message? Or
I do have to look down because the readers are like at the bottom corner. So like I am doing a lot of this, to see certain things.
Not hot. Don't say readers. Don't say readers.
Why?
Yeah, it's not hot, dude.
It's not hot.
Nah.
Now, Sarah, do you love your glasses, right?
I have a love-hate relationship with them.
Okay.
Like, I should wear them all the time, but sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I love the way they look, and sometimes I just don't. I don't know if it's the outfit or what it is, but...
Well, I'll tell you what, you have those retro, like, 1980 frames.
1970s, but
70s.
That's okay.
Late 70s, early 80s. I associate them with the 80s because I've seen those in the 80s. But I love it. You and Lewis both have those 80s, late 70s, early 80s vibes going on.
We do like those. I get a lot of compliments on those, and they were on sale at America's Best. Gotta love it.
Oh, I love America's Best.
I know. 2 pairs, actually. I have like my work pair, and then I have my regular pair. And you see I'm wearing no pairs right now. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's your birthday suit.
What a coincidence. I'm wearing no pants. So, we're
oh, wow.
No pairs, no pants, Chris,
no problem.
I've never seen you without glasses, so you must love yours too.
Yeah, I started wearing glasses sophomore year of high school. And, I put them on. I was like, wow, I look like, so listen, I was not a great student in high school, but you put on the glasses, the teacher started to take you serious. It's like, oh, wow, this kid really wants to read.
Bumps you up a grade.
Jokes on them, still can't read. But
it's just
but you put on you put on the glasses, it's like, wow, this kid is probably great at school. Now, was I great at school? No, I had to resort to making up songs in Spanish class to get extra credit. But that was a self-implemented rule. I told my Spanish teacher that I will be getting extra credit if I perform a song once a semester.
And if you want to watch that video, it's on the YouTube.
Yeah, I was back when YouTube won't only be around for a couple more years anyway. We'll just throw this up there. And Google was like, hold my beer. So anyway,
you know what's funny about that, Chris? So you put something out onto the internet that's like, oh, this will only be here for a year or two. It'll go away. It'll never come back to haunt me. Meanwhile, I put like all of my memories, all of my kids' first photos and all that, all of those are on MySpace. And guess what? I can't access shit. So there are no pictures that exist of my...
Well, you didn't hold your kid for the first year anyway, so...
Just the one, The other ones, I pulled that baby out of the vagina. Like, I helped deliver the baby.
Wow.
It was just the one that I couldn't hold.
There was no going viral back when I did YouTube. I think the only thing going viral back when I was using YouTube was the swine flu.
Oh.
Wow. Not that old. My friend did have the swine flu, actually. Well, did because he passed away from the swine flu.
Oh, wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't think people I was just about to say swine flu, like the most overblown thing.
For everyone, like but her.
Wow.
Super dead. Yeah, super dead. She died quickly too. And quickly, like in the sense, like she was young. It was a very long, horrible virus where she suffered for weeks.
Wow.
It was, I don't know why you're laughing.
I mean, because this is the most.
She was like, 112 fever.
112 fever.
Yeah, that's why she died, dude. She's dead.
Well, I'm sure with that fever.
Yeah.
We're still dealing with the monkeypox in the gay community.
Yeah, let's just push over the fact that I lost a loved one in high school.
I mean, like 112 fever, you could cook a thing of bacon on her forehead.
I wouldn't have tried because I cared for her, but took a really weird turn. Just trying to get a little deep with you guys.
Okay, so your super dead
Her name is
friend with the
Marie.
swine flu. Oh, that was she got swine flu. I didn't
Marie.
think swine flu was that bad.
Well, it wasn't, except for Marie.
Except for her. Okay, well,
Fucking dead.
rest in peace, Marie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like 3 months, she was in coma. I brushed her hair while she was in a coma. They didn't even brush her hair. They had to shave her face because she couldn't shave. It's horrible. Clip her toenails. It was like a really bad disease. All while in full hazmat.
How close were you two?
She was in like my English class.
Was this like for extra credit? You guys took turns going and clipping the toenails?
Yeah, I told you I was not good at school, Scott.
He did anything for extra credit.
So you told your home ex teacher,
I was like,
getting
listen, I'll
extra
clip
credit.
Marie's toenails for 3 extra points.
Here's the proof.
Yeah, they had to bring the toenails in. Of course, in a hazmat bag, because she did, in fact, have a deadly virus. Anyway.
Well, I'm...
Glasses, right?
Yeah, your glasses. Glad did she have glasses?
She wasn't old enough to even need them when she died. So...
What was this, kindergarten?
All right, so...
I'm going to need them.
So you love your glasses, too?
Yeah, I do love my glasses. Yeah, I have a couple different pair. And what I don't love about having glasses, you can't just do regular sunglasses anymore. You have to spend $300 to $500 on prescription sunglasses.
Not true. I'm going to send you. There is a site that Rachel found that this is where we got Abby's glasses from.
What's it called?
I don't know. But we send the prescription in, and in 2 weeks they send you pick out the frames. They send them to you. Well, the frames are magnetic, and you can purchase the sunglasses that will magnetize.
Yeah, not doing that.
Why not?
I'm not wearing magnetic glasses.
Nobody will know except for you.
I'm not wearing connects on my face.
But you can change the frames out. You can have like the fly
I'm
eagles
not
fly.
a Lego, Scott.
I
I'm
see
not a
ads for
Lego.
those.
Yeah, you can put the eagles rims.
I want a
or
pair
the
of like
Phillies.
Ray-Ban aviators. I don't want Eagles glasses, Scott. I'm not 12. Your daughter is 12. That's cool for her. All right.
God damn it! I already ordered a set.
Hope it wasn't FSU.
Well, my plan was like those could be my theme park glasses because it'll be a little bit cheaper, and then I'll have the sunglasses and all that. Because I'm not gonna switch them out and all that. But now I don't feel like they're as cool, so maybe I won't.
No, probably not cool from like your mid 20s to late 30s. Once after 40, anything goes. I feel like.
I mean, either way, we're going to make fun of you.
Yeah, I mean, so what does it matter? Why not? I might as well just be happy. You guys are going to make fun of me no matter what, so might as well be happy. Now, Nick, do you wear glasses?
I used to.
How does that work?
I had LASIK eye surgery.
And it worked?
Yeah, it's life changing. Back in 2017, I had LASIK. I wore glasses until like 5th grade, and then I had contacts because I hated glasses. And then when I had to wear glasses, I hated them. But now I kind of miss them sometimes.
See, I always wanted glasses. Always.
I was blind without them. Not blind, but pretty close. We had Sean had LASIK. We both had LASIK, and it's been life changing. So if you can't see, highly recommend, and use my promo code because I think I get credit and you get credit too. LASIK Plus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your promo code?
I think it's just my phone number, which I'm not going to give it on there. So message me, I guess.
Message him on his phone for the phone number that you don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can message him through Sandpiper.
Yeah, sandpipervacations.com.
So, like, you needed glasses back.
Yeah, I've had...
You said you were blind without them?
Not blind, but I couldn't see.
But, like, pretty... Like, would it be fun to just go to a bar, just take off your glasses, and whatever happens?
I mean, I feel like that was any gay bar back in 2003. We're like, it's dark. It's like the ugly lights come on, and then you're like, never mind. I gotta go wash my hair or something. Yeah, I don't miss having glasses or needing glasses. Like, I think they're cool. Like now as a grown up, just like the plain ones that you see some people wear just for looks. It's a nice accessory to make me feel smarter some days because I'm not smart. And just like you, I couldn't read. I still can't.
I'm an audiobook guy myself. You know what's good too is no one wants to punch you in the face when you have glasses.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Jack Nicholson,
Yeah.
Batman,
I
1989.
did get punched. I did get punched in the face in high school, and I was not wearing glasses that time. I had my contacts.
See, you
so
should have
had my glasses on.
Yeah, can we talk about why you got punched in the face?
Yeah, that's a hate crime.
It was a hate crime. It was a bully in a high school marching band. That I forget why he punched me right before the football game one night.
Oh,
actually, so
because
yeah, just punched me, and I think he was trying to just bully me or call me gay or something, and I just probably cussed him out or something.
You know, same thing happened to
remember.
me, but it was the complete opposite.
Oh.
A gay kid bullied me for being straight, and I didn't cuss him out. I'm dead serious. I wish this was a joke. I'm dead serious.
Did he hit you with a purse? Because I would have done that.
He chased me. First of all, he was like 3 times my height, which is average, and chased me down the
So
hallway.
he was still a midget. Oh, you can't say that. So he was still a little person.
Wow.
I can say that. You can. It's all right. Peter Dinklage doesn't listen to this show. But yeah, no, that actually did happen. I found out that my mom called the school to have him suspended too.
Jeez.
It was like 6th grade. I was like a baby still, you know? It's right before Marie passed. I still don't understand why that's funny. But.
Well, so Nick, you had an encounter with a football bully, but you know, it's the most wonderful time of year right now. Okay, it is
Bullies season?
not bully season, but football season. Nick, football
season is upon us. Scott.
It is. When this episode comes out, people will be taking.
I will be as well.
Yes, that is right. It's right in between the late afternoon and Sunday night football game, so you can take a break, listen to the podcast before the nighttime football game. I'm so excited.
The Eagles are 1-0, getting ready for Monday Night Football.
They play football on God's Day?
Yes.
It's God's
Or
gift
is
to
it
man.
Jesus' Day? I forget whose day it is.
They're the same person, actually. I never understood that, but they are actually. They say they're the same person.
Sarah, you have some insight here.
Not insight, just difference of
Muslim?
opinion.
What? No, she's
Some
just said
would
Jesus.
say, some
Oh,
would
how
say
could I
close,
forget?
but
How could I forget that she's Jewish when Scott mentions it?
and I have a tag on my screen. Come on.
That is true. Yeah. Did you put that?
No.
Oh, Scott. Oh, wow.
So,
All right, what is this? The
Literally
1940s?
labeled. Look at that.
Yeah. Wow.
and
You want to tattoo that on her, Scott?
We can't talk about that. It's a sensitive subject, guys.
in fairness, she called herself the Jewish American princess first.
So if we had an African American on here and they said something that their ethnicity could say, would you label that as well?
No, because Jewish is the religion. It is different. I'm not being derogatory. I'm just Jewish,
Factual.
which is a fact. She is Jewish. She's also
that's how you would
American,
defend.
and she's also a princess, Jewish American princess.
Have you seen her passport or birth
It's
certificate?
interesting.
How do you know
That's
this?
a good point, Nick.
It's been 13 years since I've walked into a synagogue, so I don't really know how Jewish, but by birth, yes.
Well, listen, former Jewish American princess does not sound as good as Jewish American princess. So
That's
for
fair.
the purposes of this podcast, you keep holy the Sabbath. Saturday,
Aye,
which is
Captain.
Saturday for you.
Yes, yeah,
You like
Friday
college
into
football.
Saturday. So
Yeah.
I got that down.
So, Chris, how many fantasy football drafts have you done this year?
2. Any more than 2, and I can't manage.
So I've done 6.
That's like psychopath behavior because you like anybody who plays fantasy football knows that you have to put a lot of time into fantasy football. So to have to manage 6 teams is like pre-crime behavior.
Well,
I'm very confused.
I actually only managed 4
Same.
teams. I drafted 2 teams for Darren, but Because this is
Makes more
Darren's
sense.
first year in fantasy football.
Oh, good for him. He's popping his cherry.
Yes, but I do need to talk real quick about the craziest draft that I think I've ever been involved in, and that happened this year.
Bud
And
Light.
it's what?
But was it the Bud Light draft?
No, it was the Disneyverse Fantasy Football League.
That was I quit before it started.
I should have quit before it started.
That would have been the third team, and that would have put me over. And the fact that the winner of that league wins a T-shirt, I would have to buy the T-shirt for myself because we are supplying the T-shirt. So I was like, I'm not going to put any time and effort for this, and for that reason, I'm out.
Okay, Shark Tank.
Yeah, it's the Shark Tank lady.
Oh, great!
So Nick and Sarah, typically in a fantasy football league, you put about a minute to a minute and a half between draft picks. Okay. So someone
minute and a
picks-
half is long.
minute and a half is long,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
minute and a half. So if the four of us are in a fantasy football league, Chris has the first pick. He picks Christian McCaffrey. I now have 1 minute to decide who I pick next. Okay. That's typical. Well, in the Disneyverse League, because we couldn't all agree on a day to draft, Alex has the bright idea of, we're going to put 12 hours between picks. I completed 3 other drafts in the time that this draft was over. It started on Tuesday afternoon at noon and did not end till Saturday evening.
And this is a thing grown-ups do, right?
This is a thing that grown-ups do, yes. Ish.
Why? What? Why? I don't get it.
Because we're not
For
good
me,
at...
it's money.
Yeah.
For me, it's purely money.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
the sport competitive and
Mm-hmm.
and all that, but it was insane. Someone drafted Rob Gronkowski, who's like,
Bless you.
thank you. Like you, Nick and Sarah, you guys don't really follow football, but you follow it enough to know that Rob Gronkowski retired 3 years ago.
Let's put it into reference. That would be
Never
like if
heard of him.
somebody drafted Michael Jackson for a pop star draft.
Correct. Michael Jackson's super dead.
Very
Would
dead.
not get you any
That's actually
points.
same
I
year
understood that.
Maria had
Okay,
passed.
yeah.
Yeah. So super weird, but I don't care. When football season starts, the birds chirp louder, the air smells cleaner, the grass is greener. It's an amazing time of year. Now, Nick,
Yeah.
I understand you've recently gotten yourself into football, which is super exciting. Now you can be one of the men. What's up?
I'm not hearing birds chirping. I heard people yapping.
Okay.
That's all I heard. So we went to Piper's in cheerleading now, as I talked about, which she's cheerleading for football teams, which it's first and second grade football. Not that exciting, to be honest with you. Our team did score 7-6 this past weekend. But very proud of them.
So, okay. The final score was 7-6.
Mm-hmm.
How many touchdowns were scored?
Not a clue. Didn't watch. We were just cheering the whole time.
Okay.
We're just written on. And the funny thing is, for this game this week, we were away. So our past few games have been like amazing because we apparently play in the old high school football stadium. So
Okay.
our high school just built a brand new stadium this year, which I'll talk about in a minute. So we've been playing in the old high school football stadium. So as you can imagine, there's nice bleachers, there's concession stands, there's a track around it. So we play in the country. And let me tell you, it was a 40-minute drive
Oh my God.
away from the house. And there was a lot of pro-gun flags out there, pro-Trump flags, everything. But
Not
pride.
very many rainbow flags.
No, didn't see a pride flag. So I felt a little uncomfortable.
Well, it's not June, so in their defense, Nick,
and
they probably just put them away. months ago.
they have to hide them. So
yeah.
it's in Ohio. We get 1 month a year. So
Yeah.
so I'm driving around. I'm like, okay, this is getting very country here. I was texting my amazing assistant Maddie on the way and telling her about this place. I was like, oh yeah, it's very country, but it's not Amish where she lives because I feel like she lives in Amish country. Until I said that and passed a horse and buggy,
Oh,
which was you guys don't have those down there. in Florida.
We do it like Civil War reenactments.
No, this is a real thing in Ohio. And Chris, you probably know from being close to Pennsylvania too.
Yeah,
because Pennsylvania is very huge with the Amish community.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of Amish in South Florida.
But are they not driving their horse and buggies to the gas station? Because
They're selling me cinnamon rolls, and that's all I care about. The little sticky bombs.
Those are so freaking delicious.
Yeah,
we passed a few of those there. So we get a text message 5 minutes before we're about to arrive at the stadium for this away game. And my friend had told me originally that the stadium's really nice. They actually have food trucks there. But we get rerouted for this game to the middle of a cornfield.
like if you build it, he will come.
They do that?
Like the Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner there?
Cornfield.
Gotcha. I didn't get that reference.
You cut out at Ornfield. I had no idea.
Cornfield. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Basically, we played in a grassy area that they called a football field. And by we, I mean the football team of first and second graders, because I don't know anything about sports. So we're cheering to corn, basically, because the crowd is sitting next to us on this sideline, I guess you could call it. So it was a very entertaining experience. They did bring in a food truck, which was
I love
which
food
was
trucks.
a barbecue
So does
food
Sarah.
truck.
Yes, so much.
They were selling pizza out of somebody's tailgate. It was very very interesting.
Like those country folk love. They love barbecue. They think the best barbecue. Like the more conservative, like the more Trump flags outside the barbecue establishment, the better the barbecue.
Oh yeah, it's probably true. Yeah,
Agree.
Yeah, it's like you see the Trump flags, you follow that for good barbecue.
Yeah,
the food's gonna be good.
Yeah, you put
Yeah,
away all your
absolutely.
political affiliations, all your morals,
Yeah.
everything, and you follow those MAGA hats to some good barbecue.
Opinions might not be on
No.
brand, but damn the
But also, I'm
food.
not taking my black child there. But they. So yeah, I mean, this place was interesting, and for me, being at my first away game, I guess, for football outside of the city, it was a very interesting experience because first we're like, okay, we need to go to the bathroom before we go, and then we had to find a gas station because the bathrooms there were porta potties.
And Nick doesn't use porta potties.
No, not something I want to use. I'm a grown man now. I live in the city. I live in the burbs. So yeah, that was the away game.
I will say the first game of the season, Nick, I was impressed. Like you and Sean brought like a charcuterie board, a picnic basket with some wine in it. I was like, the gays have arrived to Pee Wee football.
I'll tell you what, the gays and the avid football watchers need to throw a party.
I agree.
Because between
really
your
good.
food
They got
and
cowbells. They're rigging cowbells at the game.
See? There's some like fun stuff, man. And like between like a cowbell and a charcuterie board, oh come on.
I agree. The gays should plan all of our tailgates.
Well, first of all, you guys are just good at planning parties.
Right.
Catering.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Because let me talk about the halftime show here in a minute too. So
there's a halftime show. First of all, why are you
not at this? Not at this. Well,
okay. Why are you? First of all, I'm confused. Why are you driving first and second graders 40 minutes away for a game?
Right.
That's what I'm confused about.
I'm so confused because we live in a
It's
big
like
city.
D1 second grade.
We live in a big city. There's a lot of schools literally like across the street.
Right. Just send them down the street to play. Right.
And
tell them it's the person 40 minutes away. They'll never know.
Yeah. It was very confusing. So then the next night, oh no, that was after. Yeah, that was after. So Friday night, we did Friday Night Lights, which is
a double header. They're trying to give these kids CTE.
No, that was actually me and Sean and Piper going as a family to watch this festival. I don't know what you want to call it. Football game. I think that's what you guys call it.
So wait, you went to a football? Piper was not cheering.
Piper was not cheering. We asked Piper. We're like, hey, like there's a football game tonight.
Did you guys lose a bet?
I don't even know how it started. Oh, our neighbors invited us.
You got to say yeah. Because you can only say no so many times.
So our neighbors invited us because they're like, hey, it's this really cool, like Piper would love it to see the high school cheerleaders. And we found out it was the opening night of our brand new football stadium. So we're like,
that's cool.
And they're going to have fireworks at the end. So we're like, okay, let's go have them make a night out of it. So we get there and it's a really nice, beautiful stadium. But as we're walking in, there's a guy playing acoustic guitar, singing country music. Not mad. So this is an event already that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
So back up a few minutes before that, Sean and I popped an edible because that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you do before high school events.
Right?
Yep.
Well, I think straight people drink. The gays were just doing edibles. So here's why the edible is better than
you're more civilized.
Better than drinking. Yeah. we're cool. We can play it off really well.
Yeah.
Until we saw the concession stand. And that edible kicked in. Sean and I looked at the menu, looked at each other. We just saw candy, wieners, pizza, hot dogs. And we just
they had hot
dogs, yeah. So I'm carrying 5 hot dogs in one hand. Sean's carrying the pizza and the nachos in the other hand. And then we see lemon shake-ups.
I don't know what that is.
Is that a sexual thing?
What?
Yeah.
Is that not a thing? Lemon shake-ups, it's a shaken lemonade.
What?
Do you guys not have those?
Most lemonade shaken?
That just sounds like lemonade with ice in it.
No, like homemade lemonade where they squeeze the lemons into their pour in like a bucket of sugar.
Oh yeah, we call that like
we call that lemonade.
Oh okay, yeah. No, this is a lemon shake up that they
lemon shake ups. There it is.
They sell.
That's big lemonade. Just trying to.
I know. I call it a margarita.
Do you guys
you
not
can
have
get them
this?
at like the fair.
Yeah, it's like a fair.
Yeah. It's like for us.
I'm like,
but it's like fresh squeezed lemonade. That's what
but they charge an additional $5 just because it's shake up lemonade.
It was $6.
Never heard the name. You get the plastic.
You get the awesome souvenir cup, which ours didn't come in a souvenir cup, which I was pissed about.
Damn it!
So that's what you get is the lemon cup at the fair. So we had those. We had all the candy for this football game, and we sat down with our candy. It was a really exciting experience. I got to see a bunch of my cheerleaders from Piper's cheerleading team there too. There was like 8 of them there. So
that's fun. You're like a celebrity.
I felt like a celebrity. They were literally yelling for me across the other side of the bleacher things. Is that what they're called? Bleachers.
Yes.
And then there's the field in front, right?
Correct.
Okay. So we're on the right page. We're at the same event.
I don't know that we're at the same event, but you know,
I think there was a game going on. I don't know. We were just having a good time, enjoying our edible, eating all the wieners, and hot dogs. There's a lot of hot dads there, though.
Oh,
yeah. What else happened? There was a sporting event on there. There was a lot of people just yelling. That's my question. Why are people yelling? They're not playing. The kids that are playing should be pissed off, not the parents. The parents are sitting there behind me because some guy in a striped shirt blew his fucking whistle. I don't what's that about?
Okay, that's the referee. He's the one who calls fouls or penalties, or he enforces the rules.
That sounds stupid.
So he's pretty much like the police officer of the football field.
Okay. So is he confused on what his job is then?
Well, sometimes nothing. Sometimes it's you make the calls based on who greased your pockets.
He was just waving some flags a lot, though, so I like that part.
That's a penalty flag. It's not a celebration.
We don't like those, right?
No.
So then the halftime show here. So
the highlight of your night.
The highlight of my night. So for me, it brought flashbacks because I was in a high school marching band. I was a huge band geek. I knew nothing about the football game. I was literally in a high school marching band to sell pixie sticks out of my band uniform behind the bleachers to make extra money to go to Taco Bell.
An entrepreneur at such a young age.
I've always been a very hard worker. So apparently our football team is not great. I don't even remember the score, but it was like a lot of numbers to like 1.
No, no one can have
If
one.
they had one, then that was like they felt that.
That may have been.
Well, there's just one number. I think it was like a 6 maybe or something.
Okay.
It was not good. We didn't win. But apparently our marching band is like highly ranked. They do competition. So I get excited when they announce this. The flags come out, there's stages. They literally formed an airplane on the field. They had fireworks going off. It was like a whole spectacle. So now I kind of want to go back for that.
Well, you got to time it out so you don't have to watch the whole game. You just go for halftime and then you can leave.
Oh, no, I want to go early to get the food. The food's so good.
There you go.
Or it is when you're high, at least. But it was a fun night. They ended with fireworks because of the new stadium. So they let us go onto the field at the end and watch the fireworks from sitting on the field, which was really awesome.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Sarah, have your girls gotten into, because I know like middle school doesn't usually have a football team, or if they do, it's not a big deal. But are they like wanting to go to high school football games or anything like that?
No, not at all. They're not raised around it.
Oh.
Like we don't pay attention to it.
Do they just go to car club meets then?
Actually, yes, they do.
Gotcha.
They do. They go to car shows and they love that.
Old Town every Friday and Saturday night.
No, I haven't been. See, now I know. There's another one to go to.
That's a good one too, because that's all the antique cars, and they do an antique car parade down the main street of Old Town. That's a cool event.
I love a parade.
It's even closer now, so that's perfect.
Perfect.
Yep. No sports though. We have one kid that does soccer, so we do the soccer games. But she actually last year she was on a team that had like all the girls, and they were supposed to be, kind of. It was co-ed, so they were supposed to be spread out a little better. And I guess there was one week that they were up against like a really, really rough team of all boys that just didn't care. And I mean, they're playing a sport, like I get it, but they were very, very competitive. Parents going wild, same thing. Puerto Rican moms. It was. Did they bring their sandal? It almost came out.
Chancla.
Yeah.
Chancla.
Well, the words "don't make me bring out my Chicago on you" came out, so it was on the sidelines.
15 murders every weekend.
So I understand, Nick. I do with the yelling and stuff. I get that.
It's a whole lot of nonsense, and I'm trying to listen to the cheerleaders cheer, and I can't even hear them cheer. It was frustrating.
So I'm homeschooling my daughter.
It's a good idea.
There's like football in our backyard, me versus her.
So
then
Abby,
you don't need like the guy with the stripes. It's just you two. You guys know you know the rules.
Yeah. It's at my discretion.
It's at my discretion. So Abby's wanting to. She like all of a sudden she's been into theater her entire life.
Yeah,
and now in 7th grade she's like, yeah, I think I want to play basketball. And I'm like,
you were probably so happy.
Yes, but now I have to teach her how to play. And
did any of your kids play sports?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. So I have to teach her how to play.
Darren was into ping pong. It's that beer pong. I don't know.
Beer pong.
That's what it was.
Yes, we taught him beer pong at 5 years old.
Yeah.
So, and I'm lazy AF too. If she's going to play sports, I have to take her to get like a sports physical or whatever. And I don't want to have to deal with that. Like I don't even go to the doctor for myself. But Chris, you just got a physical, right?
Yeah. It's a little bit of a sore subject, and not because it was a prostate exam. Thank goodness. Couldn't get that feeling out of my ass for a while.
No, that lasts for a minute.
Especially the goop.
Wait, what?
Anyway,
the prostate exam, we could feel it for a while afterwards.
Yeah, which I might have to get again.
They don't give us Tuesday for me.
They don't give us poppers before they tell us.
No.
That's your problem.
They should
ask for the poppers next time.
So I did get a physical today. Today is September 4th. And I needed to get a physical by September 6th because my medical certification expires.
Do your medical what?
The 6th. So I have a commercial driver's
but what's it called?
A medical certification.
Sir, okay.
Medical certificate.
Okay,
Yeah.
you said it better that time.
I've been drinking.
Yeah, you said certification.
Brought to you by Mango White Claw. Gluten-free, 2 grams of carbs, made pure. So I put it off as much as possible, and I was like, all right, I should probably get this done so I don't get my license taken away, right? Because that's part of my business. I can't drive my own vehicles if I don't have this license. It's probably a good idea. But the reason
great excuse to not have to work.
Yeah, it is true. The reason it is a horrible reason to not have any income, though. So the reason why I put this off so long is for one part of this physical. I don't care about all the other parts. I can listen to a whisper, which is what they do. The CDL physical tests are very funny. It's like more for older people. They do like a whisper
Listen
test.
to what, like,
blind test.
What do you wear?
They like A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you have to repeat
It's
it.
like ASMR, like you.
That's what I'm like, yeah. She listens to ASMR on TikTok every night.
You're good to go.
I was like, I've been training my year for this. I'm looking at it, I was like, I'm 29. Like, I can hear you. So the reason why I put it off is because the one test that I fail notoriously is the blood pressure test.
Oh, yeah.
Because I stress out so much.
Because you're so high strung.
The blood pressure test. I kid you not, in 6th grade, I was sent to a heart specialist because they thought that something was wrong with me because I got so scared about the blood pressure machine that my blood pressure was so high that they're like, you have to go to a heart
maybe
specialist.
that's the issue that I have because every time I go to the doctor and I get my blood pressure is always up. And
It's called white coat syndrome. There's a thing. I think it's a thing. White coat syndrome. So I go to the heart specialist.
So wait,
and I'm like,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
So the hardest part of the physical exam for you is the blood pressure. You have no problem with the drop your pants, turn your head, let me fondle your balls real quick.
Listen. I have a story about that, but I will get to that.
So does Nick.
I will get to that. So the blood pressure, I'm 140 something over 101, which is not good. And so I go in, it's the first thing they do. And the tech was like, oh, you're not going to pass with this. And I was like, you're making me feel so much worse. Like I told her, I was like, listen, I have white coat syndrome. And I try to joke and get loosened up. And she goes, I was like, I have white coat syndrome. It's a horrible problem to have. She goes, yeah, so I've heard. I'm like, why are you not being encouraging for this? Like I am being very nice. So she gave me a cup. She go pee in the cup. I go pee in the cup. And was in there, and I started doing breathing exercise in the bathroom. I thought I was pooping in there, which made me even more anxious. So I come out and I sit down. I go do it, and she's like, "Wow, you're even higher now." I was like, "Oh, that's." So she read me the numbers. It was like 50 over 100, and I was like, "That's not even my high score, man. Like that's not my high score. Like that's not even bad."
You're like, "Oh, it's that low."
So I go into the office. I should have played Remy's Roundtable because that's what calms me down usually. But I go into the office and I just start trying to meditate. I start doing the box exercise, which is the breathing exercise that Marines do, apparently. And I just started imagining women's boxes. I think that's what that means. Anyway, and I'm breathing deep. I don't know. I saw a box method.
I mean, no, that's what you use when you're donating sperm.
That's probably why it was even higher.
Yeah.
The next
wrong
blood
visualization.
So then the doctor comes in and he's like, he came in first to do my blood pressure. He's like, I saw your blood pressure's high. It's like, yeah, I explained. Because I don't trust those electronic machines. And he does the manual one, and I'm fine. So all these years, it was because these techs were too lazy and were just doing the electronic ones. They could have just wrapped the manual one around and did the little count pulse thing, and I would have been fine. Wouldn't have had to go to that heart specialist at 12, where the guy shamed me for being there. Anyway, fine with that. So he does my blood pressure. He leaves the room. And I'm like, all right, well, that was the first part of the physical. So what's next? So I see there's a robe on the back of the door. So I derobe and I put the robe on.
Oh,
sit my naked ass on the
Nick just perked up.
the wax on the wax.
where's that background music?
That they do. I did save the wax paper for you, Nick. I put it on the wax paper, whatever you want to call it, like the baking sheet paper that they have on the.
There we go.
Yeah, it gets better.
Oh.
It gets better. Waiting there, 15 minutes. Instant swap ass because I'm anxious. Guy comes in. He goes, "Why are you wearing that?" I was like, "For the physical." He goes, That's not this kind of physical, man. There is nothing to do with anything. All I had to do was a couple balance tests. So now I'm doing Yeah, well, I wasn't supposed to be wearing the robe. It was just there in the room for people that actually need it. So now I'm butt naked in this robe doing the rest of my tests. So he's doing I have to do the DUI test type thing where I have to test your balance. So I'm like walking down with my ass clenched because it's like out. And he's standing behind me watching me do these balance tests. Then he's like, go spread eagle and touch the floor. I'm like, this is getting really strange now. And then after he said that, he's like, your physical ended 15 minutes ago.
And what's his profile on Grindr?
He's like, you're not even at a doctor's office right now. But anyway, so I'm checking out, get dressed, whatever. I'm checking out now. He's like, here's the secretary's like, here's your med cert form. The doctor comes out to the desk and goes, oh, by the way, I just need to tell you this. You got a speck of blood in your urine. It's like, what? I was like, what? And then he just walks away. I was like, what am I so like? What is this? Am I dying? What? I don't think it's supposed to be there. So I've been freaking out about that all day. So I might be dying.
Oh,
yeah.
Could be the swine
told
flu.
me to follow on the paper. That's not funny. On the paper, it told me to follow up in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from now, I'll follow up and see I'm terminal or something.
I can't wait to hear the results.
Yeah, keep us updated.
Me too. I won't be sleeping until then. Very, very nonchalant too. By the way, speck of blood in your urine analysis.
No big deal.
So, can I ask you any questions? He walked away. It's like, I would love to ask you some questions about said speck of blood. Probably shouldn't be there. So I probably have to get another prostate exam. So Nick, if you're not doing anything next week, I just dropped my health insurance. I'm going to need some help.
Prostate exams are a major pain in the ass. Do you know what else is a pain in the ass? Planning weddings. And Nick, you're planning like 8 weddings right now, right?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that, especially because one of my wedding guests is on this podcast. So move out of the way. I'm gay.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
Yeah, so my last year, you guys knew my issue with my annoying client that was in an overwater bungalow. Surprise. It turned out to be Scott. So this year's client that is a pain in the ass in a different way is Chris.
Oh.
But it's actually it's not their fault. So I'm working with Chris's sister on her destination wedding. And this is my biggest group that I've had.
By the way, I think my invitation got lost in the mail. So she may want to resend that to me.
Nick, did you say I'm your biggest?
Chris is my biggest.
Wow.
Wedding group that I've worked with.
Let me close my eyes real quick. Just say it one more time.
Just meet me in the doctor's office later. So, this doesn't go with that story, I guess. I don't know the music.
Yeah, let's not continue. Yeah, we talk about that sister.
Yeah, got a little awkward talking about your sister here. So, most big groups that I've had so far are maybe like a group of 10 cabins on a cruise. This is supposed to be, I believe she invited 125 people to this wedding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's very
popular, apparently. And
news to me. No, she's great. We're very close.
They so the wedding invites are starting to come in, and as far as invites go, I'm kind of the one now collecting them essentially because it's the destination wedding. So I'm in charge of getting people to the destination. So it's kind of a high stakes deal for me, is to make sure that the guests to get there, the bride and groom get there. So I'm actually going to be going to the wedding with them. I invited myself.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So you could pretty much retire this year. Like, you don't have to do any more work the rest of the year.
Yeah. I mean, all I have to do is just do the Yob family wedding, and we're good.
Now, Nick, you could potentially retire this year if people respond.
Yeah.
that's the biggest issue.
Yeah, the issue we're running into, me and the bride and groom, is that she sent out these invites and all these people are like, yeah, we're going to do it. We want to go. Can't wait. They haven't sent in their invites. And it's been like 2 months now.
Like, nobody.
No, we've gotten a lot.
One person, I think, actually booked, right?
Yeah, Chris's mom and dad booked.
So three. Yeah. No, but like, it's like there's people that are obviously going, and
like the wedding
just
party.
haven't booked. Yeah, right. And just
I'm assuming there's a wedding party.
Booked. Yeah, I just have not booked. And I said that I was talking to my sister about this last week. I was like, listen. And this is the most annoying part about wedding planning, and whoever's listening at home and then whoever's listening here can relate. When you are planning a wedding, when you send out the invites, it is your number one priority to know if they're coming or not. It is your number one priority to get a head count. The person who's getting invited, it is probably the last priority on their list of things they're going to do in their daily life is to say yes or no, or to actually, and in this case, to book the room or to put a deposit down. Which, is it right? No, but do I get it? Yeah, because like everyone has a job, everyone has things going on in their life. They don't, like, the last thing they're thinking about is my sister's wedding next year, which sucks. And until you plan a wedding, you don't understand that.
Wait, the invitations have gone out already for next year?
So she sent them out early, essentially, because it's kind of like, you need to book now and plan this far in advance, because it's a destination wedding. You want to go for at least 3 days for it. Otherwise, you're not going to fly in Saturday morning, fly out Saturday night after the wedding.
Hold my beer.
You're not going if that's.
They do not have Bud Light down there. Sorry, Scott.
Hold my.
He wants you to hold his beer so that he can grab Rachel's credit card. That's why he said that.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a big learning process because the resort that she's working with is also working differently too. So now we're in a new situation where essentially the resort wants the deposits ahead of time to secure the right amount of rooms so that we're not running out of rooms. Sometimes we can have resorts pull inventory without having the deposit and save it for essentially like 3 or 4 months. This resort wants 7 days to get the deposit in to save at least 40 rooms. So,
which is insane. It's because it's not like it's the Hard Rock. It's a nice resort. Yeah, it is a nice resort, but it's not. It is. Yeah, I you know what I found out it shares the same island as Haiti. I had no idea.
It'll be far away. We're fine.
Hopefully, I don't want
I wonder if there's going to be a lot of Trump flags at that barbecue.
Trump flag, unless he killed them. Barbecue, the guy who eats the people. Was that a cannibal joke?
There's a lot of jokes in one, I feel.
It was, the best ones are the ones that we have to stop and explain.
trying to unpack that. But anyway, Nick, you know what I'm most excited about is the fact that I'm going to be so much help with my baby who's going to be 1, which is insane to think about. That we're going to have such a good time.
Yeah, your mother she's been so amazing to work with, and she's like making sure our rooms need to be connecting to Chris's room. So that way the baby can just run over and you guys can get out of the way. And I mean, I can tell the family's been very supportive of you guys, but also just the wedding in general. So it's, so now we're just trying to get those deposits in. And I deal with this. I have another group coming up as well too. And every company works different. So that's the pain, and dealing with groups and weddings and general is just getting people to commit to a vacation time and planning 3 to 5 days away. So
yeah, my sister's like complaining to me about this, that people say they want to go, they're not going. The hotel is not working with it. I said, and this all I say back was, "Welcome to planning a wedding." But now it's welcome to planning a wedding 1,000 miles away from
exactly.
home.
That's a hard thing. Luckily, she's not been like bridezilla of like I need answers yesterday. Yeah, but in general, I've seen some out there that are just very hands on with it, and the islands are on island time. So
yeah, she keeps a lot of her anxiety to herself. Thank goodness. Yeah.
She's not highly medicated like the rest of us. So
not yet. Yeah. No, not yet. Her time will come. Probably a week before the wedding. Like me.
Now, Sarah, you guys had a destination wedding too, right? Puerto Rico, right?
No, we wanted to have it in Puerto Rico. We ended up having it in St. Augustine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a destination wedding.
Yeah.
Like
not for them.
Not
like
for us.
10 minutes away.
Not anymore.
That's true. Now, go ahead.
Well, we had it at the fort because that's the fort that's like a sister fort to the one in Puerto Rico. So.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's really neat.
Yep. So we did that.
I didn't know that.
We had 19 people, including us and the girls, and it was simple and like not everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, but a lot of things kind of were not, what I would have hoped them to be. But I was no bridezilla. Like my dress literally ripped down the aisle. Not the aisle, but
that's hot.
You
Lewis couldn't wait like 2 more hours.
I listen, I wish it could be something like that. Actually, my dad had a heart attack like a few months before my wedding, and it was outside, middle of August, obviously, and where you have to walk from to get to this spot where they set you up next to the fort, it's a long walk because they wanted me to be hidden, of course. So it's a long walk, and my dad was standing there with me. So I had to walk this very long distance, and he had still been struggling a little bit, and it was, again, middle of August. Jeez. So my dress was getting stuck on stuff that was in the grass, and it was like tulle and lace, and it got caught and started to rip. And I kid you not, like halfway up the quote unquote aisle, I think it was my dad, who literally always keeps a little Swiss Army knife on him my entire life. And he gets out the tiny little scissors and he just snips it away as I'm walking. Like, it was ridiculous. And then by the time I got
the dress away,
there was a string that was a freaking mile long that was just following me.
You had to walk a mile?
I wish. Well, it felt like a mile. Listen, because here's the thing. My mother walked down the aisle to a specific song that I always said that I wanted to walk down the aisle to.
What was it?
Free Bird.
That was the exit song.
Or was it the Bob Dylan song, Hurricane?
Just
that
one little, yeah, just that. It was Pachelbel, canon in D major, but
wait, the traditional wedding song?
No.
I thought she said Taco Bell, and I was like, well, that's a fun wedding song.
Taco Bell.
That's why I asked the traditional one. Ding.
No, the traditional "Here Comes the Bride" was apparently written by somebody who was anti-Semitic. That's what I was told.
Oh,
so we don't walk down
the
aisle
Scott walked
to
down
that
the aisle
song.
to that.
Thanks, Scott.
He also marched too.
Stop.
But I wanted to have this specific song because of my mother, and it was
That's
very
very cool.
long song. And when we paid
You had a
for
far walk.
well, it was, but when we paid for music, it was like a massive jump between bottom tier and top tier being like a live musician or music. I didn't know that they were going to bring like a little JBL speaker and stick it underneath a chair. And they lined my walking down the aisle song to my exit song. So by the time I got to the chairs and everybody there, it started playing This Is an Everlasting Love. So that's essentially, and then there was sheer panic where everybody was like, stumbling around to get it situated. And then I think like halfway down the aisle, I managed to walk to my song. So.
Oh, hey, well, you know what? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Speaking about bottom tiers, Nick, you're a bottom tier.
Speaking of bottoms.
Listen,
underneath you as well.
I finished my evening, a bottle of champagne, a couple shots of tequila, and some other things. That as well. But in a jacuzzi tub watching Jurassic World with my flower crown on. So I'm.
I walked down the aisle to the Jurassic Park main score. Because of my mom.
Really? No, stop.
Me and my mom love Jurassic Park.
I worked a wedding at a hotel a few years ago where the bride and the groom were actually in school for paleontology, and they walked down she walked down the aisle to like a more orchestral version of the Jurassic Park theme song.
Wow. No, mine was straight from the soundtrack. I'm just a weirdo. And
but yours was a soft. It's not the main theme. It's more like on the piano. It's actually a very nice version of it.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. But Emily walked down to was the Here Comes the Bride, but then it transitioned to Here Comes the Sun, which was really cool.
Aww,
because we love the Beatles.
That.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully your sister's wedding goes well, because I'm nervous already.
Nick, she picked out some banger songs. Speaking about songs, yeah, we're gonna be grinding a lot. Me and you.
Well, I can't wait to send back. I'll send back my invitation as soon as I get it. So just double check on that.
It's gonna be like a middle school dance with me and you, Nick, just grinding the whole time. to
MC Hammer
to Lil Jon. For me, it was Lil Jon and T-Pain.
Oh, you're so young. I was in my 30s by then, I feel.
Well, awesome. Well, Nick, it sounds like you're doing a banger job getting these two lists together.
Yeah. Business has been really good. It's been very busy. I have another wedding I'm planning right now for another couple that decided to call me last week, and they want to get married in February with the same size destination wedding as Chris's sister.
Oh, Jesus.
So it might be very busy the next few months. But if you want to book a vacation, contact me at Sandpiper Vacations, and I will send you to one of my agents to work with, because life's very busy. But I'm thankful.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
Chris, you got any Cliff Notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
Scott talked about when he wears glasses, people are starting to take him more serious. Now, he didn't mention he's also holding a gun demanding people to get in the van. Could be why they're taking you more serious.
So messed up.
Scott talked about how he ordered magnetic glass frames to go on top of the glasses. Now, that was super popular back in the mid-2000s. That fad is deader than my friend Marie.
The best part about that was Chris's stone face after he delivered that joke. And if you want to see his stone face, just go to Sarah's house on any night of the week. But also, you can watch us on YouTube every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nick talked about how he had to drive into the country for the football game where he saw a bunch of Second Amendment and Trump flags. As he drove by, Scott waved to Nick from his couch. Nick and Sean went to a doubleheader Friday night. After that, they went to a high school football game. At the football game, Nick and Sean were cheering for the penalties. They never penalize a man for holding. Sarah talked about her wedding in St. Augustine. She described it as simple, That was actually Scott's nickname in high school. Simple Scott. Just Simple Scott. It's actually really offensive if you look into it. We didn't have New Jersey Man versus Florida Man this week. So instead, Nick came over. We actually had a segment called New Jersey Man versus Ohio Man, where we just reenacted Duel of the Fates from Star Wars Episode 1 with our penis.
That was fun.
I was Darth Maul. Got me right in the stomach.
Pew, pew, pew.
And lastly, Nick said that he used to sell pixie sticks in high school because he was a hard worker. 20 years later, and I can assure you he's still a hard worker. Instead of pushing pixie sticks, he now pushes dicks. Those are my clip notes.
Thank you so much, Chris.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
If you look up Simple, it's going to be probably cancel material.
Oh, really? Was that bad? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Ever watch Tropic Thunder with Simple Jack?
is that Robert Downey Jr.'s character?
No, it's a way more offensive character, actually.
All right. Well, I'll have to look.
It's a
I
term
just
that they stopped using in the 50s, I think. I probably shouldn't have used it tonight, but it's fine. It's a word in the dictionary.
okay. Urban Dictionary.
Maybe.
Scott Googles it.
Yeah.
And his
Yes.
internet gets shut down.
Well, is that like because my daughter calls people simps? Is that like the same thing?
Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was.
It just says a stupid motherfucker.
I think that's on the same spectrum there.
Maybe Wesley Snipes esque from Deadpool 3.
Okay. Oh, there it is. I see it.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to read the definition real quick. A very, very simple person that can be described as a Hmong or a pleb. Normally, the person has 100%. Okay. Anyway, Sarah, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on the Instagram at Old Soul Thrift or the TikTok at SuperSarah94.
Alex?
Just check out my podcast, Disneyverse, DIZNEYVRSE. You can find Disneyverse on all social media platforms under @Disneyverse as well. Also on YouTube, Disneyverse. And just search us up. Chris is on there. Hey Master Ryan's on there. And the Sophisticated Gentleman's on there.
Nick?
You can find me on Instagram at Emotional Support Gay Nick and all social media platforms at Sandpiper Vacations.
Chris?
You find me at my local urgent care in 2 weeks to get this thing checked out. But if you want to contact me before, then I'll be on Instagram at Chris Yob or on TikTok at Chris Yob, N as in no, N as in new, F as in friends. Chris Yob NNF for short.
And you can connect with all of us. All of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our sweet merch. Become a Clubhouse member that's a friend with benefits. It's our Patreon. For as low as $2 a month, you can get all sorts of exclusive content, early release on the episodes, etc., etc. Also, we go live every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the YouTube. And some of us go live from the Florida theme parks on Wednesdays at about 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you check us out there on the TikTok. And if you listen to us on Apple or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. That really helps us out. On behalf of Alex, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, bitches.
No new friends, just the old and the